Some of the deepest moments of prayer in the Bible didn't happen in temples or on bent knees. They happened in quiet rooms, on beds, in the dark. And that truth reshapes how we understand prayer. Prayer in Scripture was never judged by posture. It was revealed through surrender. Yes, kneeling reflects honor, but the Bible never limits prayer to one physical position. What it consistently highlights is the direction of the heart. David didn't only cry out to God while standing strong. He prayed when he was worn down, when his strength was gone, when he was lying awake at night, overwhelmed with thought. Psalm 63 verse 6 says, "On my bed I remember you. I think of you through the watches of the night." That wasn't laziness. That was closeness. Another moment often overlooked is Hezekiah. When the prophet Isaiah told him his life was ending, Hezekiah didn't rush to an altar. He turned his face toward the wall and prayed where he lay. God didn't correct his position. God extended his life. Why? Because heaven responds to sincerity, not presentation. Even Jesus shows us this truth. In the garden, his prayer wasn't polished. It wasn't eloquent. It was heavy. Sweat fell like blood. His body was strained. His words were raw. That wasn't weakness. That was intimacy under pressure. Prayer has never been a performance. It has always been a relationship. God isn't waiting for you to impress him. He's waiting for you to turn toward him, wherever you are. Now, here's the balance Scripture teaches. Praying while lying down is not wrong, but the reason why you're lying down matters. There are moments when praying from your bed is powerful, when you're exhausted, but you still choose God, when your heart feels heavy and words come slowly, when silence makes room for honesty. That kind of prayer isn't weak, it's humble. But Scripture also warns us about drifting, when prayer becomes unfocused, when words are spoken without attention, when rest turns into disengagement. In Gethsemane, Jesus told his disciples, "The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak." They weren't condemned for being tired. They were corrected for missing the moment they were called to stay alert. Sometimes posture reveals priority. If lying down helps you open your heart, keep praying that way. If it repeatedly leads to distraction, change your position. Not because God demands it, but because discipline guards intimacy. God responds to direction, not position. Hezekiah turned his face toward God. Jonah prayed from the belly of a fish. David prayed in caves, in fields, and yes, on his bed. What mattered wasn't where they were physically. It was where their attention was fixed. Prayer begins the instant your heart turns toward God. That's why a quiet prayer in the dark can carry more weight than loud words spoken out of habit. God is not counting your posture. He's responding to your presence. And this is why guilt often creeps in when people pray lying down. Not because God is displeased, but because we've been taught to measure devotion by effort. We wonder, if I'm not kneeling, am I serious? If I'm comfortable, am I careless? But Scripture never teaches that comfort cancels sincerity. Guilt pushes you away from prayer. Conviction draws you closer. If lying down is the only way you're still choosing to talk to God, that's not disrespect, that's dependence. God would rather hear a tired, honest prayer than watch you stay silent out of shame. Jesus never rejected people for coming weak. He corrected hearts that were distant. If guilt is stopping you from praying, that guilt is not from God. God doesn't measure prayer by posture. He measures it by presence. When you pray, God isn't asking, "Are you kneeling?" He's asking, "Are you here with me?" Prayer is not a position you take. It's a direction you turn. You can lie flat and still be fully surrendered. You can kneel and be completely distracted. God listens for honesty, for attention, for hearts that turn toward Him even when they're tired. So if you're praying from your bed and still choosing God, He hears you. And if He ever asks you to rise, it won't be to impress Him. It will be to awaken you. Tonight, don't ask, "Is this the right posture?" Ask, "Is my heart fully turned toward God right now?" And if this changed the way you see prayer, write, "He hears me," in the comments. Because the God who listens to whispered prayers in the dark is closer than you think.